Get on with it. There we go.
Right, shame. There we go. Go! Let's go here.
Right, see you lads. Right, see you next week. Hello and welcome to Blue Army TV. I'm sitting here after Carlisle drew 0-0 with Cambridge. It wasn't as boring as it sounds. I mean, trust our luck, you know. We have 2 away matches just before this, and it's building up the suspense for the new scoreboard. It gets announced just before we go away to Morecambe, and everyone's excited to see what it's going to be like. You know, we wait and we see pictures on Twitter of what it's going to look like, and then we finally go to get everyone crowds into the ground to see what it's going to be like, and it doesn't get used. It's 0-0. We don't get to see what happens. I mean, it looks decent. I think we could do with in a few years another one just by the floodlights on the opposite side of the ground. But you know, I think it's pretty solid. I mean, the supporters club paid for it. It's always good to see them getting involved with the club. I mean, the owners won't. They're just trying to bring the club down to the conference. But more on today's game. 0-0, yeah. Mellish was man of the match, coming in for Byron Webster, and I've got to give it to him. He was solid. He made little runs upfield. He was sitting in the left wing position at times, and I'm just sitting back in the Pioneer stand thinking, where is he going? Why is he all the way up there? I mean, Carlisle kind of filled in for him when he ran upfield, which, you know, I wonder if he's practiced that in training, going upfield. And Carlisle seemed to drop back into his position when he decided to make a run, which I can't help but think that was prepared beforehand. But anyway, he did some solid stuff going forward, and it makes you think that he's just a young player. He's still figuring out where he plays, so maybe in the future he could play at a midfield role even. You know, going from box to box, because I think he looked solid. He had a good opportunity of a free kick to score, which, in all honesty, he should have taken. But at the end of the day, I think he looked decent. Branthwaite next to him, I think it's a really young but really promising centre-back partnership between the two. And if we manage to keep Branthwaite and he doesn't go to Celtic or Liverpool or somewhere like that, then we keep Branthwaite and Mellish and develop them growing up together as that back two. And I think it would be great if we managed to keep out of both players, which well, it could happen, you know. Branthwaite seems to like it here, and if he does decide to stay, if the club decide to keep him, then who says he can't grow up to become a bit of a legend at Carlisle, you know? Liam McCarran had the opportunity to stay, went to Leeds, same with Josh Galloway. But if maybe Branthwaite decides to stay, I'd like to see it happening, but you know, you never know. With this board, they'll probably sell him for about £3 and a Freddo at the next opportunity. But yeah, overall it was solid defensively. We just need to work on going forward. We had a good period of 5 minutes in the first half where we were putting cross on cross into the box, which I honestly thought we were going to score, and we almost did through a Nathan Thomas shot. But, well, look, it's a draw, and we can build on that draw. And especially if we get a new manager coming in, then it could be a real turnaround for the start of this season. So yeah, I'll Forest Green away in the FA Cup next. I'll see you next week.